Before the days of fat George Foreman and his grill, young George Foreman in the 70s was a merciless tyrant that swept through the entire division during the golden age of heavyweights. Having insane amounts of lethal power in both fists, Foreman put them to good use, ending most of his fights by knockout. However, while most people attribute his success in the 70s to such pure power, Foreman's control of the ring and his opponent might have been even more legendary in their own right. In the end, it was these techniques that were the perfect setup for his fight-ending blows. Fighting in the orthodox stance, young Foreman utilized a long guard, or what Muhammad Ali would call the mummy stance. While it can be called as such, it is very different from the generic long guards that other fighters such as Ali or Tyson Fury use. While the long guard is generally used to keep distance from a pressure fighter or to set up a right hand as an outboxer, Foreman would often invite smaller, crouching fighters in, using his long guard to manipulate their movement. By constantly pawing at their opponent's guard and shoulders, this would allow for very little movement for angular punchers or for general boxers to adapt to. Eliminating head movement almost entirely, his opponents were essentially sitting ducks, waiting to be caught. However, until such an extremely fast boxer such as Ali or Jimmy Young could quickly time a perfect straight between his exposed guard, this defense is the perfect solution against virtually any fighter. This long guard, most importantly, would allow Foreman to easily parry punches and move out of the way for power shots. This also tires the opponent from his sheer size and mass. If he couldn't parry punches, Foreman utilized several forearm, elbow, and leverage blocks to prevent close or long-range punches from even happening in the first place. In addition to following up his blocks, he would employ a stiff yet staggering jab, and that serves to tire out and hinder his opponent's movements and vision. To shut down punches before they even start is a rare skill possessed by few. A mistimed attempt at a block or a push would leave Foreman completely exposed, even if it were for a mere few seconds. This guard is a high-risk, high-reward strategy that, if used right, could be deadly to your opponents. Do we use this defense? Well, just like everything else, having a one-dimensional strategy can leave anybody open. While George's style was perfect against conventional fighters who often shelled up in a fixed guard or pressure fighters, his style was dependent on his opponents having a predictable guard. Fighters like Ali, who had no guard, were the kryptonite to this otherwise beautiful defense. If there is any notable fighter missing that also utilized this guard to great effect, please leave them in the comments below.